And we're back on the UD Football Show with head football coach Stan Zweifel joining us here high above Chalmers Field on this Tuesday night. A little bit darker out there right now, Coach.
Boy, that daylight savings time's made a difference, hasn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
We started out in bright sunshine. We started the show about 9 weeks ago, and now it's total darkness.
Well, it was a bright, sunny day
Sure was.
just across University Avenue over at the Loras Rock Bowl, and the sun got even brighter with a UD victory, 34-7 win over Loras College, and a very nice win for your team and getting back on that winning track.
Yeah, it is in a variety of ways. I think, first of all, our defense set really the tempo for that game, and our special teams probably played the best game of the season. Both our kickoff return and kickoff coverage was outstanding. Curtis Prohl was perfect on field goals and extra points. And we just did things. We downed a punt on inside the 20, and Mitch kicked the ball out from our own goal line. Early in that game, we had a possession that started at the 1 and the 4 and the 12, and one of the drives we were able to score on, but the other two, Mitch was able to kick the ball out past midfield, which I think made a big difference in just field position. As we had talked earlier, Tim, I didn't know that they would be able to drive the ball on us, running the ball, because we didn't think they could run it against us. But we did know they'd make some plays in the air. And they threw it, I think, 50-plus times. And we did a good job of limiting them on the percent of effectiveness, and they made some big plays to the receiver number 8 out of Cedar Rapids, Xavier Nate, even who's a heck of a player. I was very impressed with his physicality in his competition. But our defense was able to limit them making big plays, and they got some takeaways for us. And then offensively, I don't know if we played real clean again, Tim. I don't know if we have all year, but Zach Fry had a heck of a game, 30 for 43 and 350 yards and 2 touchdowns, and only had 1 turnover on a pass that got away from him a little bit. In the last 3 or 4 weeks now, he's played a lot better with touchdown efficiencies versus picks, and we're just getting a little bit better at that. We hope to continue to improve, but that was a nice win for us. It's a rival game, as you know, Tim, and we've been very fortunate here in the last 4 years to be able to defeat them twice at their place. And as you told me last week, we're the first team to ever beat them there, and now we've done it back-to-back. But I think what's really very interesting for me, Tim, this senior class has beaten Loras 4 times. And of course, that's never happened ever in the history of our school, and that's really kind of cool for us. And it does tell you that the rival game, as I tell you all the time, Tim, I'm not sure that any rival game means anything more to me than anybody playing, whether we're playing Wartburg or Coe or Central, whoever they may be. But for our university and our university community, and of course for the alumni, it is a very important game. And so they get very, very excited. And as I always tell you, Tim, what I hope is that today we practice real well, and tomorrow we practice real well, and then Saturday it takes care of itself when you do those kind of things. But I will tell you this, it was nice to get a win. It was nice to bounce back in the win column. It was nice to do it against a big rival.
Mm-hmm. You jumped out the first quarter and scored, and then got a 14-0 lead on a 99-yard drive that took over 6 minutes after the first Loras turnover of the day, which came quite often. Your team was great forcing turnovers.
It really was, and that came after a very controversial call, which was one of our 2 turnovers, which was not a turnover. But, again, the referee saw it a little bit differently than we did, and we took the film clip and sent it into the league office. And we'll come back because it wasn't touched, but they missed it. And, you kind of got a sense they're going to get back into the ball game off that thing, but we made an interception, Blaine Snitker, at the 1-yard line, then we drove it down. Early in that game, Tim, we set up some things we hadn't been doing all year. We stacked some receivers, did some vertical routes off that stack, and were able to do some very quick things. We had a run-pass option up in our play call, and our quarterback made the decision at the LOS. And in those decisions he made, he was 10 for 12 in the passes. So that little plan that we put into effect really came out and helped us get into some rhythm, helped Zach get into some rhythm. But I think more importantly than that, Tim, I had mentioned to you one of the things that had happened to us this year, 2 things. 1, we couldn't stay on the field long enough, and 2, our defense doesn't get off the field quick enough. And so that thing has really hurt us during the course of the year. Either the inability for us to get things going offensively, never get in rhythm, or our defense is on the field, it seems forever, and then it limits the plays that we get offensively. Well, on Saturday, that didn't happen. And so I think anytime you're able to stay on the field with extended drives, and anytime you can get off the field with less than 6 or 7 plays, momentum will switch to the team that's able to do that. And then, as I mentioned, our special teams played outstanding. Dylan Schultz had 2 nice kickoff returns, outstanding kickoff returns. We blocked well on our kickoff return team. Our punt, Mitch Michaelis had his best day of the season. He had another great day punting today. We think he's kind of, he hadn't played football for 4 years after he played basketball here, and we got a chance to talk about come being our punter. So we think things are falling into place a little bit right now.
Yeah, Mitch, 5 punts with a 38-yard average, including 3 of those inside the 20. And, field position, when you can get that done with your punt game, that's huge.
Yeah, it really is. It makes those guys have to drive the ball length field. And, again, Loras was not going to rush the ball against us. We knew that going in. We felt really good about that part. Make them one-dimensional. Make them throw the ball 10, 12 times, get down the field, and good things will happen for the opposition, for us, and it did.
Mm-hmm. Well, despite being up at halftime, just a 14-7 lead as they did score. So, you weren't totally comfortable at halftime. What did you talk about in the locker room?
We came in, we actually thought offensively that our game plan was pretty well on. I know the defense felt really good about, just as we mentioned, Tim, that we didn't think they'd be able to rush the ball against us. And they did a couple different things we did in the second half to maybe put our guys in a better position. But we really felt offensively we just had to stay a little bit not shooting ourselves in the foot and continue to do what we are. And, it really came out. We've scored in every quarter. And I think like anything else, Tim, we've gotten better. Again, if we could eliminate some of those mistakes, I really felt we probably could have had a bigger margin. But, again, I'd have taken a 1-point win in that game, Tim, the way it was. And, the week before against Buena Vista, and that's not to go back, we felt we should have won that game, Tim. We really felt we should have won that game. And had we would have won that game, we would still be in striking distance of a lot of the goals that we set out. Again, good win for us, big rival game. Kids played hard. They were excited. We got to keep that key. It's back in our offices. It'll be there for another year. When you walk into our lobby, it's the first thing you see. And that's good stuff.
Mm-hmm. The second half got underway. They fumbled, and you had to settle for a field goal, but it really seemed like that's where the momentum really started to shift and things really started to get in hand for you.
Tim, you're absolutely right. And we were thinking about, should we try to get a score in there to take the 7